Hi, my loves, and welcome to episode 3. Today, we're going to be talking about something I think that is so very important. It's so crucial, I think, to life, and that is gratitude. Um, and just how it's changed my life. I feel like consciously being more grateful has changed my outlook on life, has changed how I move through life. And I just want to share with you guys some of the things that I have noticed over the past year. In today's era of mass consumption and of social media and living our lives online, it is so hard not to compare yourself to people. When you're constantly seeing the highlight reels of people's lives, seeing their dream careers come true, people getting their dream cars, I don't know, people getting married, going on vacation, whatever it might be, we are shown highlight reels of everybody's lives. What I'm trying to come to terms with, or what I think I have already come to terms with, and I'm just getting comfortable with, is the fact that this is not the whole picture of everybody's lives. And I'm not saying that like secretly everyone is miserable and angry. I hope not. But just that we are not seeing the full picture of anything, of anybody's lives. And I honestly also used to be that person that would compare myself to other people when I would think of where other people might be in their careers compared to where I am in my career or whatever it might be. I used to compare myself. And it didn't do anything good for me. I think I felt shitty about myself. And I don't know, I think it's pointless because everyone's life journey is different anyway. So it doesn't make any sense in us comparing ourselves to other people when our lives and our journeys are so different. From there, I then got to a point where I was the type of person that used to say, when I have X amount of money, I'll be happy. When I achieve such and such goal, I'll be happy. When I have this milestone, when this happens, my life will finally be complete. I'll finally be happy. Everything will be exponentially fantastic from there. No, Happiness is not found at the end of some monetary accomplishment, some physical accomplishment, some materialistic thing. Happiness is found within. When you finally understand that, I think you start to move a little differently through the world. Growing up in North America, I realized that there was so much I took for granted. I would be complaining about not being able to buy a new pair of shoes when there are literally people in the world that don't have shoes to wear. I'm complaining about not being able to, I don't know, go Boxing Day shopping or something because I didn't save up enough money. And it's like, look at the things I'm complaining about. I have a bed to sleep in. I have a roof over my head. I have family. I have friends. I have people that love me. I have the freedom of choice. Like, what a beautiful thing to have where I am allowed to choose what I want to do with my day, how I want to spend my time, what kind of career I want to have, what kind of people I want to spend my time with. And I'm complaining about stupid things that really don't matter at the end of the day when there are other people that don't have the same privileges that I do. Like, come on, girl. There are so many blessings in your life, so many privileges in your life once you actually start to like sit and think about it. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is my life, And I hope you guys can also look at yourselves and reflect on your life and find something to be grateful about. Like the fact that you're able to be on YouTube here and just sit and watch this. How lucky are we? There are people that don't even have the choice of what careers they want to they aspire to attain or what they want to eat. Like, I'm complaining that I don't know what I want to eat for dinner. The fact that I even have an option for dinner. Some people don't have dinner. Some people don't have dinner. Some people don't have homes. Like, I just had to really get real with myself, I think, and actually acknowledge that like I'm being a bit of a brat. And from there, I think I was able to start to see things from a bigger perspective, from a bigger picture, and really overall just became more grateful for what I do have and stopped focusing on lack thereof, because no matter where you look, no matter who you compare yourself to, someone's going to have more than you do at the end of the day. If it's more money, more friends, more, I don't know, popularity or whatever you matters to you, more clothing, a bigger house, a fancier car, someone's going to have more than you. There's just always more. But that what's the fun in that? Where's the love in that? Where's the joy in that? Actually just like sit with yourself and think, okay, but like what can I be grateful for? One thing I'm grateful for, I can think of right now, is the fact that I have a car to drive. Oh my gosh, what a difference. My car my car got stolen last year. I can smile about it now. But when it did happen, I had to just take public transit for about a month. And this is not like something super new to me. Like all throughout elementary school, high school, I took public transit. But now that I'm an adult and I have a lot of places to be, and don't really have a lot of time to spend on commuting, and I was fortunate enough to have a car, going from having a car to not having a car, which like at least I could still like, move and like get to where I needed to be, but just still not like having the car really made me realize, OMG, like how grateful am I to have a car? And it doesn't matter that I don't drive a Ferrari or whatever the heck it might be. The fact that I have a car that can get me places, whoa, like, and I'm being so serious, like, I don't know, it really changed my perspective. Another time that I was just, I think, when things really clicked for me was years ago. I had gotten an injury from a sport tournament that I was in, and I had to have surgery, and I was on crutches for a month. Can you imagine not being able to walk to the bathroom by yourself? Drastic difference. So like the fact that I have come back to like full health where I can walk by myself, I can run, I can dance, I can play, I can jump. I just like the littlest things I find that we're like taking for granted. Um I think we should like take a second and stop thinking about the materialistic things and actually look inward and look at our lives and think that like just I don't know, acknowledge that we have so much to be grateful for. My grandmother came from both my grandparents honestly on both ends, and my father came from pretty humble beginnings back in the Caribbean. And hearing the stories that my grandmother would tell me, or even sometimes just what heard of like my father and my aunts and uncles and stuff, and thinking about how drastically different my life is compared to theirs, like what a blessing. Like the fact that they were able to come here and kind of change the trajectory of their kin's lives, I think is so incredible. Like my grandma didn't have light, you know what I mean? And that also obviously that kind of like relates to the year she was growing up, but she had to use lanterns. Can you imagine? We have light. Oh my gosh, what am I complaining about, you know? Things can change in a moment, and I don't know, if you look inward, I do believe you can truly find happiness, because if you're chasing external things, expecting them to make you happy, I think you'll be disappointed. You might be happy for a little bit, you might feel accomplished for a little bit, but that's not going to provide you with actual happiness, actual gratitude. I think actually just taking a second to think about what you can be grateful for, what you have in life right now, big difference, really, really big difference in how you show up. So now that I've just like come to that realization, there are a few gratitude practices that I just try to implement throughout my day so that I just come to terms with myself, and I think I check back into reality and really acknowledge like, oh wow, like what a beautiful, like how beautiful is it to be freaking alive, you know? One of the first things I do is I practice affirmations literally as soon as I wake up. I have an app, but you don't need an app. You can find free ones on Pinterest or just online in general. Some things that I say are, I am grateful for a new day. I am grateful for love. I am grateful for life. I am grateful for the sense of smell. I'm grateful for my sight. I'm grateful for my future. Little things like that, I think, help to really put things into perspective. The second thing that I do is often at the end of my days, I will journal and I'll try to implement one thing that I'm grateful for. So let's say today I decided to write in my journal, and maybe I didn't have a great day, but guess what? I had a delicious green juice today that I'm really grateful for, because I was able to have something that was healthy, that was nourishing for my body, and it tasted good. Little things like that, that I think you can, I'm sure you can find something to be grateful for, but just listing it out, at the end of the day, having it on paper, I think really like, and reading it back actually makes a difference. I also find that like journaling in general helps me not feel like mentally congested at the end of the day, and I do feel a lot lighter, and more, I think, optimistic about the next day. The third thing that I usually do when it's not winter, is I spend so much time in nature. I would go on walks for like an hour, just like looking at the trees and the leaves and the bushes and the grass. And obviously, depending on where you live, it might look a little different. But if you can, finding somewhere where you can just immerse yourself in nature. I'll often go and sit on this bench that's in this park by my house, and there's like a little ravine that's close to it, and just sitting and actually like looking at the earth. Oh my gosh, how beautiful! How beautiful! And just thinking about, I don't know, Mother Nature, and how beautiful it is for me to be able to immerse myself into nature and sit with my thoughts in tranquility, and just appreciate the earth, and life. The fourth thing that I do is, it might sound a little rude. It's not rude. It's not rude. The fourth thing that I do is I get the frick off my phone. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I feel like I say this in every video I make, but genuinely, like, being on here less, being on my device less has made like a world of a difference. It's like, I don't know, like I like took my like sleep mask off and like can actually see life now. If my phone were to be a sleep mask, you know what I mean? Um, because I'm off my phone, or I'm on my phone less, I have more time to do other things. And I think I just have a bigger appreciation for life. I feel like whoa. I feel like I can get sucked into my phone and just a little lost in the matrix there. And when I put it away and like snap back into reality, that's when I find that, like, I don't know, I'm a little more appreciative of the little things. Like, I can sit there and listen to music. I can dance. I can read. Come on. And big, like heavy on the reading thing. Obviously, like, if you're not into reading, that's so cool. But for me, when I read, it allows me to use my brain a little bit more to be creative, because I'm reading and I don't have a visual to go with it. So now I have to come up with that. Like, I don't know, like, become grateful for the ability to be creative, to sit and immerse myself in storytelling, you know? It makes me feel really good. I'm sure you can find things that make you feel really good too. And the fifth thing that I find really helps is to spend time with those I'm close to. Do you guys ever have that feeling where, like, you're having a miserable day or like miserable week, but then you see your friends and it's like life is worth living again? Yeah, I do often. No, okay, no, that sounds bad. I'm not usually miserable, but I will say I am so happy when I see my friends or those close to me. Just the joy of having, I don't specifically even like sisterhood. Whoa, like, incredible people I have in my life. I am so grateful. And when I hang out with them, when I spend time with people that I love and I truly care about, and we're just like laughing and having a good time, it really reminds me of the actual important things in life. Like, it's not about, like, obviously, you know, like, I love fashion, I really like care about what I'm wearing, but like, the fact that I'm able to just sit and laugh with a bunch of people and share our souls together, share experiences, learn from one another, be there for each other. I don't know, it feels really good. It makes me feel complete, I would say. Anyways, those are all my tips, and just my little 1-2 cents on gratitude. I think we can all take a second to reflect on what we can be grateful for, and once you start to do that, you might feel a little better in life. You might feel a little more excited to do some things. Just remembered another, like, one more thing that helps me feel a little more grateful is, instead of, when I write my to-do list out for the day or for the week, instead of putting like to do and then like listing out my tasks, and it's a very, sometimes can seem very daunting and like, ugh, like I have to get through my to-do list, I write down my get to do list, and I get to do these things. So for example, today I wrote down get to plan out this YouTube video, I get to go to the gym, I get to go to work, because there are people around the world, even, they don't even have to be around the world, there could be people in your city, in your town, wherever you are, that don't have those privileges. And it's changed how I show up and how I feel about all the tasks that I have to do. Like, how grateful am I that I have to clean my room? The fact that I have a room to clean is where the blessing is. You know what I mean? Obviously, there, like, when you have certain things, tasks and maybe problems arise because you have them. If you have a car, you have to go to maintenance, whatever it might be. But the fact that you, like, we get to have these problems. Do you see what I mean? Where, like, it's, I don't know, it's just such a privilege. Anyways, I love you all so much. Find some reasons to be a little more grateful. And it might, I don't know, it might change how you show up, how you feel. Maybe you'll smile a little more. The wind is so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But it might, yeah, it might change how you show up. Anyways, love you all. See you in the next one.